The senator from Tennessee.
Mr. President, in 1969 and the first half of 1970, I was a wet behind the ears 29-year-old staff aide in the West Wing of the Nixon White House. I was working for the wisest man in that White House, whose name was Bryce Harlow. He was a friend of President Johnson, as well as the favorite staff member of President Eisenhower and President Nixon's first appointee. Based upon that experience in my 40 years since then, in and out of public life, I want to make what I hope will be a friendly suggestion to President Obama in his White House, and it is this: don't create an enemies list. As I was leaving the White House in 1970, Mr. Harlow was heading out in the campaign plane with Vice President Spiro Agnew, whose job was to vilify Democrats and help elect Republicans. The Vice President had the help of talented young speechwriters, Bill Safire, the late Bill Safire, and Pat Buchanan. In Memphis, Mr. Agnew called Albert Gore Sr. the Southern Regional Chairman of the Eastern Liberal Establishment. And then the Vice President labeled the increasingly negative news media as, quote, nattering nabobs of negativism, unquote. These phrases have become part of our political lore. They began playfully enough in the back and forth of political election combat. But after I'd come home to Tennessee, they escalated into something more. They eventually emerged into the Nixon enemies list.